guys, welcome to the YouTube. Today I have with me Juno, and then I also have Seuss sitting over here in his little carry-on. But today our first video is going to be about morphs, specifically ball python morphs. Now, for some of you who don't know what a morph is a genetic mutation that alters the appearance of the snake. Therefore, like Juno here has a morph. Now, what her morph is, we really don't know because the people we got her from thought she was one morph, and then she grew a little bit and turned out to not be that morph. So we're not really sure what Juno is, but I have been told that she's probably what they call a jigsaw ball python. Now, just because a ball python may look different from another ball python does not mean that it's not a ball python. It just means that it's a different morph. The morph doesn't change the breed of the snake at all, it just changes its appearance. Now, ball pythons actually have 26 different morphs. Now, this is morphs that are specifically by themselves and not two different morphs put into one, which we'll get into later on. But it's 26, so there's a lot to work from. I mean, if you see Juno compared to Seuss, who I'm about to show you, here we have two ball pythons. This is Seuss, my other ball python, and this is Juno. She's climbing down at the moment, so you can't see her very well. But as you can tell, they are very different in colors, patterns, but generally the same type of snake. He's a little bit bigger because he just ate not too long ago, and also he's a little bit older. We're guessing he's about 4 to 5 years old, where Juno is a little bit younger, she's just 2. I had to put Seuss up because he gets a little bit startled when he's out, so he'd rather stay hidden in his dark little tote. The actual cause of morphism is the mutation of genetic material. Genetics can be a little bit confusing, but feel free to look it up on your own. I would explain it, but we don't have a video long enough, and also, if you do have any questions about genetics and anything like that, please put a comment below and we'll try to explain it for you. Morphing, by definition, means a variance in the individual of certain species. Just like I talked about, Juno and Seuss are the same snake, but they look different. So morphs are sort of like having the same dog breeds, but they come in different colors. For instance, like one of my favorite dog breeds are Dobermans, and they come in the original, most known style, and then they also come in other styles that looks a little bit different, but the same dog breed. It's the same with reptile morphs and snake morphs. Now, let's get into some history. What do you think, Jeannie? She just really wants to explore at the moment. Okay, so the ball python morphs wasn't exactly a thing until Bob Clark produced the first morph in 1992. It was the alluring captive-bred albino ball python. In the 1990s is when Bob Clark got his hands on a wild-caught albino ball python. He bred it and it actually had albino babies. Once that happened, the ball python industry blew up with morphs because everybody wanted a ball python that looked different than a normal ball python. Because before this, albinoism in animals, especially reptiles, they thought was not something that just happened or a genetic gene that the animal carried, meaning that its babies would be the same. They just thought it was a freak of nature that popped up once every blue moon. And because of him, people became interested in making their own morphs, just like somebody here somewhere created Juno's cute little morph. Today, the record of morphs for ball pythons alone is 6,500. That's a lot. That means there's probably a ball python morph for everybody out there. And you'll probably very, very rarely get to see them all in a lifetime. Today, I want to challenge you guys by making your own ball python morph. In the description will be a link to a printout. This printout, I want you guys to print it out, of course, and then find small things around your house to glue onto it to create your own ball python morph. After you've named it and decorated the page, we then want you to take a picture of it and send it into our email so that you guys can, and your new ball python morph, can be shown on the next video. As for now, stay wild, guys.